It is?
The notification is on.
Yep, I got it.
Is it supposed to be up here?
It should be.
Should go live. Is it like a live search or? You're getting further away. Oh, I think we lost it. Mother.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Oh, we're off to a good start.
So it says we're already live.
Yep.
Why did I not get a thing on my phone?
I don't know, I got mine. Right now it's just us watching you try to program the TV.
There it is.
All right.
Oh?
Oh, now it's gone. There it is. So where's it going to show the comments?
They should just stream at the bottom.
Okay, I'm not going to mess with it.
All right, well, good start to Schnozzcast episode 32.
Welcome everybody, episode 32 in the books. Forgive us if we're a little over or under modulated. We don't have any headphones because of one of our missing members.
As you notice, there's an empty seat. I'm pouring one out for Bob Rankin. No longer with us.
It's going to be a memorial service. We'll let you know when it is. Bob is currently out of pocket.
Out of pocket.
Out of pocket, visiting the notorious, world-renowned Dr. Phil Anton.
Dr. Phil Anton.
One of the people at the front running of starting this podcast. One of the creators.
So they are currently down in Toledo, which hopefully we'll see them in the room here in a second. But
no, they're not going to be in the room.
They're probably
doing Ohio things.
8 feet to the wind right now.
Pushing over cows, picking other people's corn, not realizing it's field corn or feed corn.
Checking under cow pies for mushrooms.
Yeah, they're having a great old time, just like they used to do at Alma.
Oh boy. So we are going to be recording part of the podcast here, and Bob took the equipment down to Toledo to record with Dr. Phil Anton and whatever other D-gens might be there with him. And funny story about that. So, Bob, I might have broke into your house prior to showing up here to do the podcast.
You didn't break in, you had a key.
I know, I used the key. Because as you see in the center of the table, hopefully this episode here at Nick's house will turn out a little better because we now have an actual microphone to use rather than just my iPad.
Yeah, this isn't some broadcasting award sitting in the middle of my table.
it's our podcast award.
It was spray painted gold.
So Bob was nice enough to loan us this microphone that he has never used once because it wasn't compatible with his computer. So.
Well, yeah, because he uses what is the line in for the XLR input for the
right.
mixing board?
Yeah, it wouldn't work with the mixer, but it also didn't work on his laptop because he couldn't update his laptop.
Oh, that's right, the stolen laptop from work that we're not supposed to talk about.
Yeah, so Bob was generous enough to lend us this microphone. Today, with testing it out before we came over here, I found you can put headphones into the bottom of it. So I figured, well, rather than just having one set of headphones, if Nick and I were able to listen in and make sure the audio was coming through good, I was going to grab a headphone splitter from Bob's house. Which, like I said, I was able to get into the house, went downstairs, did find the splitter sitting right on the middle of the table, and guess what wasn't there? All the headphones.
My headphones?
And yes, yours too. Both pairs.
Both pairs
are gone, down in Toledo.
I had special winter camo headphones just in case we were to podcast out in the snow for such an occasion, but apparently they're both in Toledo, so I
was hoping that this would be we'd be able to use at least 2 pairs of headphones. But since Bob took them all down to Toledo, nothing we can do about that. But hopefully the audio will sound better on this version over here at Nick's house, since we do have the microphone now. And testing it out earlier sounded pretty good. So.
As opposed, because the last time we just did like a 45-minute cast or something from here, and we were extremely prepared. It was the first time. It was in its infancy. It was the first time we were doing it. We had never done an off-site location. We took advantage of how eloquently Bob speaks, and how much of a silver-tongued devil he is, and how much he rambles, surprisingly more than me sometimes. And we kind of just looked at each other, and we didn't necessarily have the equipment, and we didn't have the headphones. We couldn't hear Danielle mouth breathing into the mic or anything like that, like she typically does. For you guys that can't hear it, if you want to listen to the audio content, she always breathes into the mic.
I do not.
But we were not on our game. So we're trying this. We did a couple dry test runs, and it sounds pretty good, as it should, because I've looked it up online, and it's a pretty decent mic. So.
Yeah, which, by the way, Bob, I don't think you're getting your microphone back, just so you know. Just in case Nick and I ever need to go rogue and start our own podcast.
Oh, it's amazing from what I heard. And it looks extremely phallic and large in the middle of the table. So that just adds to it. I think we should spray paint it peach.
Yeah? a little mushroom cap on it?
A little red towards the tip.
I'll leave that one up to you.
All right. I don't know if it's going to affect the audio quality, but as far as housekeeping, again, typically Bob's wheelhouse. We got the new microphone, like we spoke about last time. Cory, what exactly, for people that didn't watch last time, what is this?
So that's the microphone for the GoPro audio for the live stream. So hopefully that's making
A difference.
the audio on the actual Facebook Live video a little better, a little more clear, so it's not kind of muffled in the background. From what I heard last time, it did make a difference from people watching. So we can't really tell here because we have to obviously mute all our devices, so it's not getting feedback. But from what I heard, it made a difference. I haven't started working on the video yet for YouTube. Once I do that, then I'll definitely be able to see myself how much of a difference it made. Mm-hmm. So
now, for those of you that were with us last time, I just want to apologize because
your moment of glory.
I was in rare form, and I just it was not God bless us all for it not being a drinking podcast. I don't know if it, according to Bob, it would have made the situation better. I don't think it would. I feel like that there was some sort of a fountain going on.
I was to say you were really in the bathroom too much to really have drank anything.
Yeah, I feel like I would have. I was already dehydrated based on how many times I was in the bathroom, and we had gone out the night before, and I don't know. And you would think that I don't know. Like I think someone put X-Lax in my food. It's a working hypothesis.
I see that.
Sure.
I see that.
I'm not sure, but thankfully, Cory and I were slapping hands and playing battle shits that whole day. So
I don't know. It must have, like I said, it must have been contagious because I felt wonderful. I did.
I came downstairs and he's like, "Oh, now it's my turn," and he did a very quick waddle up the stairs. And then when I went up for number 3, for those of you who did not, it was not readily apparent on the podcast. I was not a well man. I was not feeling well. I was very ill. But I still did it for the podcast for like a couple weeks after you did.
For a couple weeks.
And I'm gone. Then we replaced.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah, you will be. All right. We should be back.
We are. I just want to
Okay. Cory's
No.
Cory's GoPro sabotages people's Wi-Fi's. I think Wi-Fi's is a word. Pretty sure.
Wi-Fi's?
Wi-Fi's? Wi-Fi's?
What's a Wi-Fi?
What's the plural of Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi's.
I know.
Little queefy Wi-Fi. Okay. We're back. Sorry about that. We think
It's just taking a while to load.
Yeah, we think something's going. Oh, yours too. Because I think probably because we're all doing it once.
Maybe. Here, I'll turn this off. I don't need to see it.
I don't need to see what's going on.
Alright. Well, that was fun.
It probably did overload it because it might be like a bandwidth thing. And when I signed up, I was like, I'm never gonna have 7 people using it at once. It's just gonna be me. And Cory's got a laptop and a phone, and we each have a phone, and he's got
My iPad's not connected.
iPad, and I'm streaming from this, so it's probably like working, not working. So if there's one we can turn off.
I turned it.
Okay, cool. Did you flick it away?
I did flick it away.
Yes. It's the best way to do it. Working in the background.
Uh-oh, we got a guest at the door.
Now the camera's going to come down because he's not going to see that.
No, I'm going to make sure he sees it. Kevin.
All right.
There's a cord right here. Do not trip over
I
it.
see that cord.
Okay.
Hello, Danielle.
Hello.
Not only is there...
Hello, podcasters.
Hello. Yeah, don't worry, there's nobody watching right now. So.
I was watching on the way here.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
You should be driving.
I was.
Safely driving.
Avoiding traffic.
So, to everyone listening, Kevin Cromwell just got here.
Hello, gentlemen.
Kevin, would
Yes,
you
sir.
like a Miller Lite, a Blue Light?
You have a green light in there, too?
No. One of these guys, Passion Blasters.
No.
No?
I'll take a Miller Lite. That's fine.
No.
No.
That's funny, Kevin, because that's what I'm drinking.
I would not like
You're a
that
pretty
fruity
passionate
one.
person, I guess, huh?
Oh, thank you. Here you go, buddy. Look at that.
Miller time.
And it's got the stars and stripes on it for our favorite little veteran.
That's right.
Favorite little veteran.
So we're back in some capacity.
Seriously.
I need some of this juice. Here, Kev.
He's wandering around
Kevin,
trying to
over
find something to plug into.
Come here, Kevin.
I am.
I know. I was like, he's not a
Kevin,
dumb.
come.
I remember the pool cast, alright?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was...
Yeah, Kevin wasn't too happy with the Labrador comment.
That was... the food. Everything about that.
Cory.
Well, and the next time I saw him at work, he was like, "So, yeah, you guys on that poolside podcast, man? What was up with that?" I'm like, "Oh, you talking about the food?" He's like, "No, the comment about me being a Labrador."
Did you say that? Did you say it?
I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, that's right. Nick did make that." I'm like,
I've said
"Wait
it
a
before,
second."
just
I'm like,
not to his face.
"What are you upset at me for?" I'm like, "I didn't make any comments about you being a Labrador."
Kevin is like a Labrador. It's a very flattering comment. It's not to be meant as and not like, oh, he shits on the carpet. It's like, no.
Wow.
Like he's loyal and happy and nothing upsets him. That's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. It is.
Well, you just missed all the fun of the little interruption we had.
Well, it's not an interruption. I texted y'all about it, and
Yeah, no, we were aware.
what happened?
We are aware.
I think
Was it Wi-Fi?
I think it was the Wi-Fi. We
I think
overloaded
something
it.
wrong
We
with
overloaded Nick's
something
Wi-Fi.
with The GoPro sends out a
It was not the
sabotaging
GoPro.
signal.
Oh, that's a nice touch, though.
Oh, yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah.
That's nice. We actually...
And the mics and...
We weren't sure what was going on with Danielle. We thought that something was going on with the fact that she's so lethargic, so we called a nurse in to come see if everything's okay.
Oh.
See if everything's okay.
Oh, no, it's probably because she hasn't got her Costco face lately.
I haven't been to Costco in a while.
Well, that's you've got the Costco yawns.
I know.
That's what.
I got the drooping Costco face.
I woke up at 5:30 face.
The old Costco face. The lack of Costco face.
It's true.
Yeah,
I still have some pot stickers that I bought, like vegetable chicken pot stickers that come with like several. Yeah, you know, like they're like the wontons, and you cook them in a skillet, and they have like it's like Asian food.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good. And it comes with like a dipping sauce, and there's like a shit ton of them. No, it was not that expensive, but I've had them for probably 7 months now, and I always forget they're in there. I'm like, what is this giant yellow bag? And I'm like, dinner. and then I eat them, and they're delicious. I forget.
Is that how it goes? Just like that dinner?
Yeah, I forget I
You
have
yell it
them.
out and you're all excited.
I never go to Costco. I updated the hell out of the membership and everything. Got the professional membership, and I never go.
Nick got the commercial grade.
Well, the way they explained it, and I feel like it was probably just a lie, is that it was a $60 increase to get this membership. So go for.
Jesus, fuck.
I know.
So the 50 went from 50 to 110?
No, so the membership was on Groupon for like $49 or something like that.
Groupon's pretty good.
Yeah, and then was like, well, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Well,
Yeah,
do it
wait,
for free,
I'm like,
yeah,
no, I did this on Groupon, so the principle of it is that I want to get a deal. And they're like, well, with this one, they tell you the long and the short of it. Basically what it is you make money back by going.
Yeah, you have to go.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't go, though. And they're like, well, here's the thing.
No, you still need this.
They said if you don't make, so the membership edition was $60, and they said within a year's time, if you don't make that $60 back, we send you a check and give it back to you.
I guarantee you she would have made the money back.
Yeah. So if you made more, then they
Right.
send you a check for more. So
Right.
I'm like, why not? So it's like you know what? It's like me going, hey, I'm not gonna use Cory because I wouldn't get it back, but like somebody else, like hey, someone else, like bank, like hold this $60 and just don't give it to me for a year. That would be amazing. I'll be like,
So
oh,
it's kind of like finding cash in your jean pocket or your coat pocket after a whole winter
yes.
and everything.
By the way, I saw something on Facebook with someone that like repairs old dryers, and they're like,
Oh yeah,
did you see
it
that?
is for like the Habitat of Humanity.
Yeah.
Donated dryers. Basically, they found like $100 of cash in
Yeah,
one
they
of the dryers.
just took off the back of one of the dryers,
Yeah.
and you see all this lint and everything on the floor, and there's 20s and stuff everywhere.
Everywhere.
They're like,
Jesus.
yeah, before you donate your dryer, you might want to try cleaning it first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
That's
Yeah.
probably why it's not working.
I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know there were little cracks that
Well,
Yeah.
could fly
What do you think
into.
of the socks, Kel?
There was a posting on that too. That
Yes.
and then I saw one the other day, not only with the socks, but also it says like if your clothing's coming out smelling like wet towels, that you go and there's a little like rubber lip right where you like the door seals in your dryer,
Yeah.
and you pull that back, and I guess like that's where a bunch of dirt and
Yeah.
gunk gets all built up in there. That's what
Really?
gives it that smell.
And also, like in my house, we actually wash our our throw rugs and stuff, and they got rubber backing to them. We wash them and dry them, and it takes too much money to go to the laundromat for those things.
Right.
And it gets to be pretty bad.
Gets built
sometimes.
up in
So
there.
you gotta clean. Like I just had ours serviced last year, maybe 6 months ago, and it's still working fine. But exactly right, that belt gets all squeaky. And,
Squeaky.
Good old
right.
squeaky.
that's right.
So this is well, I can talk about some pick of the week, so never mind.
Okay.
No. Delete. Never mind. Mine.
So
So we did
Housekeeping. That's
Yeah,
all
we did I hope you did not see it. I hope you heard it, since you were
Sure.
Driving.
expeditiously driving. Yeah, we don't want you to get thrown
No.
off the board of nursing people.
So I got one question that was posed to me, and I feel like you're the right person to be talking to this about.
Clearly, it's not going to be the case. But go ahead.
Well, it is.
I can't be the right person for any questions. So.
Well, you know Mitch up at the old Uncle Ray's Official.
I do know Mitch.
I was kind of we were throwing back ideas and questions that people might have, and he came up with one. Apparently, which I don't even know how this is possible, but he just blew his Bluetooth speaker.
Oh God. Yeah. So glad you ended that with Bluetooth speaker.
Dog.
Just blew his dog.
You can't.
He said everyone should try it.
Recommends it highly. So
Imagine a bark and a howl
Oh my god.
mixed.
I can stand it. This chair is killing me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So yeah, he was wondering what speaker he should look into going out and purchasing that is a good solid Bluetooth speaker, and knowing that you have at least 27 of them.
Well, I'm glad you asked, Cory.
Oh, look at that!
Right here, I have the JBL
I
Pulse
was going to
3.
say JBL. of some
JBL
sort.
Pulse 3. They've never done me wrong. I actually have every one from the beginning. Just like I used to have.
For what purpose do you need them all?
Well, because there's a new one. They do new things.
Because this
They're
one
amazing.
lights up.
Like with iPods, I was crazy about that. Like Cory is with technology. Like anytime there's a new iPod, I'm like, I gotta have it. There's a retina display. Have to have it.
Wait till you have kids. That passion goes away quick.
Yeah. So I'm like, so this one's really cool. It's like pretty much waterproof. I had a problem with, which I haven't tested this one. Thankfully, my parties have kind of come down in craziness.
Since the goose incident.
Yeah.
Since the old goose.
Oh no, even before that. My old JBLs, like that one over there, that was my second one. They'd drop down the stairs, they'd be on something like this, and someone would try and change it, and they boom, 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 boom. Yeah, they go down the stairs, something like that. This one, no. This one, I don't know if this would hold up to the test. But this is really cool, and it has you can download the app and you can switch the colors. It has like all kinds of different color modes.
That's just that.
You can change it to like where it looks like fire, and it'll dance to the music. And I don't know, LEDs and music are always hand in hand for me, but the sound that pumps out of this is awesome. But I really want to look into what Cory was talking about, which is the Sony.
Oh yeah.
Which someone told me they were going to buy for my house. Yeah, Frezza.
We haven't done the crab boil yet.
Yeah.
When is that happening anyways?
Yeah, when is that happening?
We'll put that one aside for a second. let's stick on one topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, and I was at Best Buy the other day, and they actually have a couple different versions now too.
The other day,
as you do. Yeah, there's a couple different versions that they added like more lights to, and oh hey Kevin.
No more cold.
no, it's just real low. It's basically like just like
Nick-
slowly moving your arms
It's
around
really
the room.
smoky in here is what it is.
See, look, it's basically like a grandma just swaying back and forth. It's not even going to cause any wind. Look how old that fan is. It can't do anything. There's a 90-year-old woman in here. You think she was cold all the time?
Yes.
Absolutely.
She never turned that fan on. So you recommend the JBL Pulses for Mitch?
Yeah, the JBL Pulse 3. You can pair them together if somebody else has one. The battery life. I mean, they pump out some fucking sound, and you can take them anywhere. You can take them outside. I've left them outside in the rain before. They work great. JBL Pulse never done me wrong.
What's the price range on those?
I think they're about $149, depending on when you get them. I know you can get like a really cool deal like on Amazon. Sometimes they have them on Prime Day or Black Friday. Especially if you're an Amazon Prime member, it'll drop the price a little bit. So, and I can actually.
But obviously, you're making a solid investment by you're paying for what you're getting.
Oh, dude, it's worth its money in gold. I've actually had, not to toot my own horn in that capacity, but I would always bring it. Like if someone would have a get together or something, I would always bring it. And if there would be like music in the basement or music upstairs or whatever, I would do the reverse and bring that and plug it in somewhere opposite. And typically people tend to flock to that because I would turn on Spotify and let people play what they want to hear. But just the sound of it,
Pretty clear and crisp.
Oh God, you wouldn't be disappointed. I have no complaints.
So yeah, I said I don't know how he managed to blow out a Bluetooth speaker.
That's a skill.
But that was one thing I didn't ask him. I didn't ask how much he paid for it, but I'm going to say probably not too much if he was able to.
I mean,
blow it out.
don't you think that the speaker companies make it so that's not possible? I mean, unless you're like hooking up a car battery to it and like, well, let's see if we can give more power. You know, like giving the old, Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Yeah.
Little tweak.
All right.
So yeah, if
Smoke everywhere.
I blew out a 10-inch.
Oh my God. Okay, people have to stop with these pauses because what you said earlier and Kevin saying I blew out a 10-inch and then just stopping.
No, I was trying to remember what the speaker was. What's this? A kicker. One of the.
So you got a kicker from a 10-inch and it blew you out.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
I ain't even gonna lie about it, guys. It was fantastic.
No, back in my army days, I had one of those kickers with a Rocket Fosgate amp, and for whatever reason, a plastic bag.
Is this on the Humvee or?
No, this is my little Escort.
Oh, okay.
Even better, right? No, a plastic bag got stuck in the. So much rope.
What's our
Yeah, Cory's doing his sound prompts. No, it was a plastic bag got stuck in one of my the box inlet for the air.
Yeah, right.
Freaking fried. Yeah, and it fried the sub.
Oh, no. As it often happens.
Yeah, that sucked.
You got a rogue Kroger bag flying around your escort. Your $300 subs.
Oh no! Literally, I spent like $1,500 on this. I had a capacitor.
Subs cost more than the car.
No, easily. I had 2 Rockford Fosgates. The kicker subs. I had a Rockford Fosgate, like 1,500 amp sub, amp, a capacitor, another sub, amp
connection,
all amp setup for the Sony Explode speakers, and then you'll love this. This is back. I was stupid.
Saw you.
Right.
I was stupid back in like 02, 03. Just out of high school. Had a bunch of money from the Army to spend from deployment.
God, I wish we knew him then.
I know, right? And this little hatchback Escort, like it was a stick shift. I had this is newish technology back then, but I had the neon lighting. The rope lighting, like you have over there, it changes different colors. No, you have another room.
Oh,
and it changes different colors
over there.
Yeah, and I had a little sound box.
Let the record show Kevin was pointing in circles.
No, I had a sound box that goes with it. The light would light up whenever like the music would hit for bass and stuff. And I had glue it around the sunroof on the ceiling on my Escort.
All right.
Yeah.
Reba McEntire's never been so spectacular, has it?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
McIntyre.
Exactly. And then somebody.
Little rock. Boom. Boom.
Oh yeah, it was definitely very classy. And then of course we had about 12 cars get broken into at Bragg, and my car was one of them that got hit, and all the system was gone. And
well, duh.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Cory can tell a story about my car.
Yeah. Just back to being an Escort.
Then I drove around in a Hurricane to try to get it totaled so I can buy a truck.
As you do.
Yeah.
As one of them does. Yeah. Drives around in a Hurricane.
Yeah.
Do you remember when I had
the Cobalt or whatever it was?
No, it was way before the Cobalt. It was before they decided that a Cavalier is a Cobalt.
Oh, that's right, the Cavalier.
It was a white Cavalier.
I remember the Cavalier.
And my roommate Frank worked at Mickey Shore, and he was a garage manager. And at the time, everyone, had subwoofers and everything like that. Why I would need that?
Just as Chuck the Freak would say, it was a Cadillac.
It was a Snow White. In a blizzard, you wouldn't see me coming.
Just add your headphones to that.
But I remember it had the push-down seats in the back. And this guy had been doing installs for years. So it wasn't something that I would have actually spent some genuine money on. But he was like, hey, this guy came in here, he wants to get rid of this. He basically gave it to me. And it was this giant, those carpeted sub boxes, and he put it in the back of my, the trunk. And there was no other room for anything except for this. And he professionally gold contacts and ran wiring through it and everything. This was at a time where, cars never came with any of the hookups for the USBs or audio input or anything like that. He ran everything through my car, this piece of shit fucking Cavalier, to where I literally had by my cigarette lighter, and it looked professional, just a wire audio input. Yeah. And I could literally take my iPod and just go like this, and it blew people away, and then I went to work one day.
Yes, I remember your shit got stolen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, someone stole his sub box and all that right out of the car.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't understand how, it's so, I was like, dude, how does this even, and I really wasn't even mad. I was like, I probably shouldn't have that. I don't really listen to that kind of music that needs that.
That kind of bass.
Yeah. And I think
you don't listen to Ludacris at the time?
No. I think at the time it cost me all of $50 or something ridiculous.
I wish mine would have.
And he just did it because he liked it. It was top of the line amps screwed into the back of the seat and everything. It was.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because that shit. You run power cords and audio cords on two different sides of the vehicle, so they don't interfere with each other. Oh yeah, you got a capacitor, you got the battery input on the
It was great, but it was
yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not going to roll up playing anything in this, It sounded good.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where it rattled the pee inside your body when it went on.
Ooh. You just got your seat a little wet.
Right.
The money we used to spend on when we were kids and young.
I know, $50 was crazy.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that was nothing for you.
Side note, do you have a blanket? My feet are freezing.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I wish I would have brought some.
Danielle's at the beach.
I would have brought some hospital footage for you if I known.
Alexa, what's the temperature in the house?
Inside, it's 73.
Alexa, tell Ecobee to turn the temperature to 75.
No problem. Cool it to 75 until you change it.
All right, we should be good now.
It's just because the vent is right by me. It's literally blowing on my feet.
Those little digits.
I'm okay now.
Those little. Well, she's dancing.
Exactly.
She's dancing.
Freezing. My toes are like icicles.
Well, it's amazing. Why would you show up barefoot?
It's summer.
Oh my God! If I hear that one more time, it's summertime.
I know.
It's summertime.
Do you have a blanket for my feet?
My legs
yourself.
too. It's the chair.
It's the
I
chair.
had to move because my feet were gonna just freeze to your chair.
It's just 70 outside. That's true. But it was, my house had been heating up all day while I was at work, so it was 75 before I.
Yeah, I can't have that.
No, it's disgusting.
Came into an igloo.
No, I was at work and I look at it and I'm like, I think it even said 76. I'm like, oh God, nope. Get out of the shower, start sweating.
Yeah.
Like, no, this.
Gotta fix this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pretty soon you're gonna have a reverse complaint. You're gonna have a cross complaint, actually.
I don't think
Because
so.
then Cory's gonna be like, dude, we gotta do something. We gotta do
Guys,
something.
you're losing me here. The heat's getting me.
He's got a heat stroke here.
Let's stick my toes on you.
No.
What?
Nothing's going with that.
Alright.
Like, do we need to leave?
They're cold.
I'm not leaving my own home. Danielle was doing something weird with her toes, and we just.
Cory just
We had to go.
Cory just got hot and
It was really strange.
yeah.
But anyhow,
So is that your pick of the week you just went over then?
what did I just go over? Oh no, the JBL? No.
No, that was-
before that. Weren't you going over something?
Don't try and throw me for a loop, Kevin, and confuse me with things that I don't remember that happened 15 seconds ago.
Well, speaking of picks of the week, if we'll cover that real quick, we can cover that.
Yeah, moving right along. So, just to touch on this. So, basically, Bob is meeting up with one of the creators of the podcast. Bob and him had created this a while ago, Phil Anton.
That's right.
Yeah, if the fan was on, it wouldn't be in your face. So,
If it wasn't Antarctica in here, it wouldn't have to.
well,
win on
I
the
just
event.
turned Antarctica to like a balmy 75, so we should be okay. But Bob's with Phil Anton right now in Toledo, and they're gonna do. We weren't really sure how we wanted to cut this particular pizza, but in regards to this, if we wanted to have two different
Oh, that came from down under.
Excuse you, Cory.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we didn't know if we wanted to make this one long cast or I think we're going to sandwich them together, but I don't feel like if Bob and Phil are getting together after such a long time, and this was their idea, the Schnozzcast was their idea they came up with, and it came to an abrupt end in its infancy. But that now it's actually steamrolling forward with 3 or 4 or even 5 visitors sometimes in the Facebook Live. They might get a little ahead of themselves and they might talk for like 3 hours. So we don't know, but we might have to cut that up. But in light of that, we're thinking that we're just going to do a shortened cast tonight and the time frame. So if we leave abruptly again, it may be Cory's GoPro again, but it's probably just going to be because we're shortening the cast, and we should announce that. Yeah. So, moving right along, Cory, I think, has some picks of the week.
I do actually have 2.
Ooh, breaking the rules.
But
There are no rules.
Nick was making sure we had content, so 2 things came to mind.
I know, because we were so
we were so quiet last time.
We were so quiet the last time. Which me and Cory talked about that, those comments actually.
So
I felt like I was in a room full of kindergartners that were just woken up. Everyone's just staring at me all wide-eyed, and it was very much a learning experience. But you guys, you talk about that. I'm gonna grab our first shot of the night. I will make sure to get something other than cinnamon-flavored liqueurs for Danielle.
Thank you.
We should get her a cherry.
I am fresh out of cherries. Bob probably took those to Toledo.
What's Phil doing in Toledo anyway?
I didn't see him down there.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, down in the basement?
Yeah, I broke into Bob's house to try to get some equipment. And it was not there.
Along with the headsets and
all the
mixing
headphones.
boards.
Well, I knew he was taking the mixing board and microphones, but
yeah. What's Phil doing in Toledo anyways? Isn't he from Pennsylvania?
I guess that's their meeting grounds. I don't know.
I heard they were supposed to go to Pennsylvania, Dutch country, for a romantic weekend.
The old Dutch country.
Alright, so what's your pick of the week, Cory?
Well, I'm going to start with, and it was actually brought up to me by Joe Guido himself, an app that on the Fire Stick called Tubi, Tubi.
To be fair?
To be fair. And he said there's a bunch of different stuff on there that like you would never be able to find on YouTube or Netflix or like any of the other streaming services. And one of the examples he gave me is a documentary it's called 77 Minutes, and it's about the mass shooting that occurred in like the late 70s at a McDonald's down in Texas.
Okay.
And I see the difference he's talking about. If you watch this documentary, like they don't censor anything out. Mm-hmm. Like everything is shown. They have the police video of the aftermath of them walking through, and like it shows all the dead bodies on the floor. And I told Danielle earlier there was one. It's two parents with their dead infant like laying in between them. They show all that. No, sorry, no dead infant stories. Okay. But
never mind.
On the stream service, there's a ton of good movies and documentaries that look very, very good.
Well, it's on the Fire Stick, you said?
I'm sure you can get it on like even just a regular smart TV.
TUBI.
But it is
on
the Fire
Stick. Yeah, definitely.
I don't have the Fire Stick, so I've got Chromecast and.
You could probably download it as an app on Chromecast.
I have to look out and see what I can download it.
But yeah,
that's interesting.
There's a whole lot of stuff, and like I said, it's a lot of stuff that you're never going to find on Netflix and YouTube and all that.
Okay.
The second pick to that.
I don't want to see dead babies.
It's
tough. But you gotta know the truth, brother. You gotta know the truth.
So the second one I ordered at Amazon a couple weeks ago, and I got them in. I don't know why it didn't come to mind on the last cast, but the company's called Rhymes, RYMMES.
Okay.
And they make magnetic gun mounts.
Oh, for vehicles?
For vehicles, for wherever you want to put them. And
they're nice.
This company actually sells them in a 2-pack, and their 2-pack was basically the same price as some other companies sell just one magnet mount.
Sweet, okay.
And so I'm like, well, I'll give it a shot. I'm like, I don't know how good they're going to be. You're selling 2 for the price of what other people are selling 1 for. But they came in, I mean, they're solid, they're rubber coated, so it's not going to scratch your weapon out.
That's the key thing, that rubber coating so it don't scratch them.
Well, and then the other cool thing on top of that is like a bunch of companies that sell just the one, like the recommended things that other people bought with that was the like double-sided Gorilla Tape or whatever. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense, because if you don't want to screw something in,
put a drill in there,
you can use the double-sided tape.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, Rhymes is nice enough to send you 4 pieces of 3M double-sided tape.
Beautiful.
Along with the screws in the box. Okay. So you don't have to go out and worry about it.
You can do one or the other.
They give you the option. You don't have to go out and buy tape yourself or whatever.
Okay.
And when I came home the first night I had them, I looked at the one, because normally at night I'll go and I'll take my gun and throw it up on the nightstand.
Yeah.
Issue with that being, if someone does break in, I'm probably going to be sleeping.
Yeah.
And
as you do.
If they walk in and they're like, oh, look, a gun.
Yeah.
Somebody should probably hide it a little better.
Yeah, and I can't do that either.
So with kids.
Yeah.
So I took one of the mounts and I took the 3M tape and I just put it on my nightstand on the side of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So if someone comes in, you're not going to see it. But I have complete access to it. And when I went to go stick my weapon on there for the first time, I mean, it grabbed it.
You couldn't get it off.
Oh, it's got a nice hold to it.
Yeah.
So I got the one on my nightstand, and then I'm going to put the other one in in my car.
Yeah.
Was right at the side of my leg.
Yeah, I need to, because I only have one pistol right now, I need to get another. And my pistol stays at home pretty much all the time, up high for the kids. But driving through Detroit all the time, I need to have one on me.
Yeah, and it's awesome. Like I said, it's a great mount. I've recommended. Tony actually bought 2, and then Harry purchased 2 of them.
How much are they? Like $20, $30?
I think it was 20 with shipping and handling. I think it was like $27 for 2
That's
of them.
not bad at all.
So what's the allure to this one? Because for about a year and a half now, I've had, it almost looks like a figure 8 gun magnet that has screw holes in it, and I screw it.
Hey, you were the one talking about the pauses.
Exactly. You screw it.
I screw it. I screw it sometimes when I'm alone, and no, I screwed it.
He is single.
Somewhere that I won't say in my home, and it just, if you even get remotely close to it, it just fucking grabs that shit. Like especially the slide. That's what I hit it with is on the slide, and I'll even keep it in a holster sometimes, and just so I don't know. I'm a crazy sleeper. I don't want to boom, right through the floor or something. Oh, this idiot, kills himself in the middle of the night with his own gun. I don't trust myself. I
mean, I don't know. I haven't really tested out the other ones. To me, the allure was the idea that it gave you 2 of them for the same price that other companies were selling one.
Yeah, because I think when I got on the train, it was 1 for about that price. But I also think that you said this one comes with the option to adhere with.
Yeah, they sell the 3. It comes with 4 pieces of the 3M double-sided tape.
That would be awesome.
In fact, it's also rubber coated.
Yeah, this one it's rubber coated, so it won't scratch up your slide or anything.
Yeah, which was a big issue that I had originally when I first started looking at it. I'm like, this is gonna scratch the shit out of this.
Yeah, no, it's completely rubber coated.
I'll be honest, because I didn't know where to screw it into, and I'm like, I've got a lease. I'm not, brand new vehicle.
That's true. Yeah,
I'm not screwing it into this. Mm-hmm. So completely full transparency. It was just a very elaborate fridge magnet for a while. So until I'm like, okay, I'm either gonna
when you didn't need it, right?
Right, and then once I'm like, you know what? I don't care if this random piece of furniture that I won't disclose is new. This is what I need it for, and so that was worse. But guys, if you got shots, lift them up. Make sure to tune into Danielle's face in this. I wasn't extremely prepared. I'm
exhausted.
Lift him up with us. This may just put her to sleep.
Probably. I'm gonna go take a nap on the couch.
Ooh. Whoa.
What the hell?
It's a little bit of coconut.
That was like
lemon.
That was like half a sip too.
That's interesting.
Thank you. I get that a lot. Thanks. Appreciate it.
You want to try it?
Not after that look.
She's not sure. Is this sweet? Is this sour? I don't know what it is.
Not as bad as the brandy cherries look.
I mean, it doesn't burn close. Like it. It's
Danielle.
It's like a weird mix.
Better 1 or 2? Better.
But
2 or 3? Is it better than Fireball or worse?
Is it better than?
It doesn't burn like Fireball.
Brandy
but it's
cherries.
got an odd taste to it.
An odd taste.
Yeah. Taste it.
I know I did.
Oh.
I wouldn't serve you something like that. It was just so quick. The podcast, I didn't want to,
You didn't want to interrupt the podcast.
No, I mean, I didn't want to sacrifice the podcast for delicious shots. I don't have time for that. I could have sugar up the rim and really shook some things up, but I don't have time for that. Next time, what we'll have to do is we'll have to keep like some tippy cow or something over here, but it's just we're never here.
A Danielle approved shot.
Yeah.
Well, luckily we're here this cast, and guess what, everyone?
And we may be here the next time too.
The following cast might also be here.
Yeah, unless we're gonna. Kevin.
What's that? I already know.
Don't stand up.
What?
Because your erection might show.
Oh, jeez.
That the next week we might be poolside.
Oh, I didn't know.
With lots of snacks.
Yeah, I heard. But I probably
don't wear the scrubs. It's gonna be too
I
obvious.
probably won't be able to be around for that one.
Hey guys!
Oh jeez.
Oh my God! There's a pool. There's a palm tree. Is it real? I don't care. Oh my God! Is your mom making food?
Probably not if I'm there.
Right.
With the way my life goes.
Sorry, Kevin, she's out of town now.
Yeah, like I'm just now.
Gailstorm just came in. You don't even understand what's going on. Oh, great! Can we just still sit out here?
I'll stay, guys. I'll stay.
Kevin, the microphones are shorting out. You need to get inside. The fake palm tree just ripped out of the ground. I don't want to miss the poolside cast.
Oh, jeez, here we go. Yeah.
Any other picks of the week?
Yeah, I've got one. I was in Plymouth last weekend. I don't know, how far away is Plymouth from here?
You were there.
No, from where we're located at
Yeah.
to Plymouth, how far
I
away?
would say 40 minutes. Because Livonia is 30 minutes and Plymouth is...
Because
I feel like when you drive places, you go into like this weird
direction,
like weird time warp where like everything slows down.
Well, you know what?
I'm 30 minutes. I was 30 minutes from Monroe to Plymouth.
Like,
It's 35 minutes.
Like
Okay, well, to be fair, I'm from 20 minutes south of Detroit. Initially. So everything in my mind is always based on coming from Brownstown. So now that I live northwest of there, I never take that in consideration. I'm like, yep, Livonia's 30 minutes away.
How long have you lived here?
That doesn't matter.
Erroneous on all counts.
This has nothing to
Because
do
the
with
one day I mentioned it, I was like, yeah, out in Novi.
27 minutes.
So about a half hour. Okay.
Because I'm like, yeah, you know, it's out in Novi, and Nick's
Give or
like,
take.
13 minutes.
Novi?
Yeah.
He's like, that's so far from here. I'm like,
Which I also
dude, it's a 15-minute drive on the freeway.
Yeah.
Okay, so I love when situations like this happen. Just to explain to you guys, I love when the world and baby Jesus kind of winks at me and gives me like a you're welcome,
God.
like comes full circle. So I lived in Brownstown, but I also lived in Novi. And do you know how many times I saw Cory, who's always lived in Dearborn, come to Novi because it was too far, and now he's defending the fact that it's not that far?
No.
Hold on.
Get your
back the fun bus up.
Oh, it's backing up, all right. Because what was the reason you wanted me to come to Novi, Nick?
To drink.
Exactly, to hang out and drink. I'm not driving back from Novi after drinking with you.
We were on a ranch, a giant farm ranch where anyone could stay the night anytime they wanted, and Beth would drop pieces of pizza behind the furniture and nobody cared.
and again, you know, I'm not a fan of staying places like that, so...
Yeah,
so how's that fun bus, huh?
Well, I'm thankful that you met Chopper Dave from Channel 4 that can helicopter you home from Uncle Ray's every night, because you know you're not driving.
See, better knowing people in 2 cities than 5 different cities.
Oh boy!
But no, it was probably like to be honest, it was probably like 1 or 2 times that he came out in about 3 years. So, but in Cory's defense.
Okay, so basically it's about a half hour from here. Okay.
Okay.
So my pick of the back to the pick of the week. It's a place called it's in downtown Plymouth. It's called the Sardine Room.
Don't like it already.
I'm interested.
Yeah. So
have you had sardines?
My buddy from North Carolina flew up here to see his other buddy from college who lives in Plymouth now, and I didn't know he lives up here now. He's getting ready to get married, so he was up here and texted me and said, "Hey man, I'm up here." So I beat feet up there to Plymouth and hung out with him for a little bit. Went to this place, nice little bistro bar. Right in downtown Plymouth, which is actually a pretty cool little place. You always hear bad things in the news about Plymouth being just run down like.
No.
At least I always ever did.
No, Plymouth, from what I hear, is actually like higher end.
The downtown.
I think you're thinking like Pontiac, maybe.
Okay, that too.
They're pea cities. It's okay.
Exactly.
Pea cities.
But you think of Plymouth, like the motor industry, dive bomb. Decimated town. Downtown Plymouth is pretty cool, actually.
Well, a lot of people hang out in downtown.
But that Sardine Room, little cool bistro bar and stuff, nice little setup, all seafood and stuff. We got 24 raw oysters. freaking on point. On point. And then they had, what did I get? I got this like spicy tuna bowl.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
It is pretty damn good. Yeah, it was well done and stuff, and so it's pretty cool little atmosphere and stuff. But you know,
Prices are decent.
I mean, on the higher end.
Okay.
My buddy Rusty, he's a financial advisor. He picked up the tab for me and him. Because,
nice.
Which you know always is grateful and stuff, and even if that's not the type of food you like. There's a lot of other places downtown Plymouth. It kind of I hadn't been there, and I think one other time I've been there, and it wasn't for food, it was for business, and so I never spent any time there. I was pretty impressed by it.
All right.
So
Let's check it out.
Yeah, definitely. It's pretty cool. So that's my Plymouth pick of the week.
Plymouth pick of the week.
Plymouth pick of the week. That's right.
Nick, what do you got?
Oh, what you got, Danielle? Anything besides Costco?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
What are
what?
you talking to?
Oh,
No, that sounds awesome.
I'll let him go.
Plymouth is not something, not a town not a P town that I typically frequent.
no. Unless you have a reason to go there.
I have gone there.
Yeah.
And they have some really nice restaurants and bars and things like that. And I hear it's actually really, really cool.
Yeah, the whole place is lit up with like different lights in the trees, and obviously there's actually a lot of public parking, free parking,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people walking. It is like a Friday or Saturday night,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a happening little place.
What who'd you go out there with?
My buddy Rusty, who is, in all sense of the word, my best friend.
Was he a basset hound?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know any people named Rusty. I'm sorry.
What is his real first name?
Well,
His first name's Chris. His first name's Christopher Knowles, but I've always known him as Rusty.
Wow, he sounds like an author.
I was expecting his first name's
first
Russell,
name is-
and everyone calls him Rusty.
Yeah, it's been
Christopher.
Christopher. I've never thought about Chris.
But
He lives in North Carolina. He grew up in Massachusetts. I met him when I was down in North Carolina. Actually, a funny thing with him and me is he was at Methodist College, joined a school to be a pro golfer at Methodist College, which is in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Wait, hold on. You can go to school to be a pro golfer.
Yeah, exactly. He was in the program for the PGA program for pro golfing at Methodist College down in Fayetteville. And at the time, I was at Fort Bragg in North Carolina, Fayetteville.
Mm-hmm.
So I was at Fort Bragg. He was at school, college. We obviously it was a town that big. There's 100,000 people in that area.
You guys
never run into each other.
You guys met at a bar?
No, we never would run. And even if we'd met at that time, thinking of a combat soldier versus a preppy college kid.
That's why it worked out.
Those two people will never get along at that time.
Does Carly know about this?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jesus. So we met after when I was in North Carolina. When after I got out of the Army, I was in Wilmington. I was in a business group. Me and him met and stuff, and we've been best friends since. But he came up here for his college buddy who's in the pro golfing program as well. Brad, he's over in Plymouth. Now he does a lot of things with cruise lines.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know he moved up here from Florida or wherever he was at to Plymouth. So now I know he's up here. I can hang out with him some
And
too.
how did you meet them?
Rusty I met as a part of being a business group down in Wilmington, down in North Carolina.
It sounds made up.
Okay, that's fine.
We were in a business group together.
Yeah. Well, actually, his brother introduced us. We just kind of started hanging out and stuff.
So where's Rusty now?
Wilmington, North Carolina, which is where I lived.
Didn't you say you have a lot of our Army friends around here?
I do, actually. I've got one in St. Clair Shores, not too far from Tony.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one. Actually, you met one of them, Will. Remember when we went to what was that? The night before Thanksgiving. That bash you do.
Was that the night you said you're going to stab me?
No, that was a different night.
Okay. Maybe that's why I'm so gun shy when
Yeah,
you
whatever.
reach across the table towards me.
No, that you met McMurrin at that Thanksgiving thing a couple years ago.
McMurrin, I did?
Yeah.
How do you not remember meeting someone named McMurrin?
He's like 4'8", 4'10", maybe.
Mike, are you sure I was there?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I would have made inappropriate jokes if someone was 4'8".
He might have been a little taller than that. I always call him Angry
Not that
Man.
there's anything wrong with that.
Well, So
I'm not fucking 4'8".
to be
No, I'm
fair,
saying to the podcast.
Oh.
well, to be fair,
To be fair.
he might be 5'2", maybe 5'4", but he had.
You met him?
This dude
Yes,
keeps
you know, he had a
changing
huge beard, dude. He had a huge beard. He worked at the steel.
Down his
steel
knees.
place.
Not that hard to do.
Yeah,
Tall red hat.
Big old gold belt buckle.
no.
Why would I? Okay. First of all, I have no recollection of anything you're talking about.
Okay, remember.
A 4 foot
hold
or
on.
5 foot man.
Oh,
And when you said McMurr, I'm like, there's no way he can't have a giant gnome's beard. There's just not any
So,
chance.
hold
He's
on.
like, he had a huge beard. I'm like, as he would have to. Of course he would.
Hold on. So you know you've got your Thanksgiving Eve bash. What's the place at?
It's actually a secret bash.
Okay, whatever. That's fine. Nobody's listening.
No,
so,
I know it's really it's
so,
honestly
what
true.
was it?
Yeah, Dunleavy's in Allen Park.
So
Gave that up.
Well, my phone number's out there, everything about me. Everyone's last naming everybody, so why not?
so what was it, about 2 years ago? Well, 3 years ago you met my wife and Marisa at that. Remember that? We already talked about that in my whole shirt thing. So the year after, I still went out with you, and my buddy McMurrin met up with me out there. And obviously it was packed, and you were drunk.
McMurray or McMurrin?
McMurrin.
Don't say I don't know if you were drunk. Of course I was drunk. Kevin,
So okay,
what's wrong with you?
he rides bikes, motorcycles all the time. But he's got on his arms, and I met him when I was in the army.
I'm trying to.
How does the hat stay on?
So McMurrin is a 4'8" to maybe a 5'2"
Tattooed biker.
tattooed bearded biker.
Yeah.
How does he get up on the Harley?
Special man.
I don't know. But little on his arms, he's got tattooed Jim Rat on his arms. And his
Oh,
biceps.
he's one of those guys.
Yeah. So in the army, whenever
You should see what's above his ass.
I have no idea. No, I always
Kevin,
called him.
I don't know. There's hair there. I can't tell.
I always
about
called him AMS kid, angry midget syndrome kid,
Okay.
because he was always
don't-
angry.
I don't remember.
You meeting him?
No.
I would have remembered meeting an angry midget.
No, I'm very interested in this story and meeting this person, and I feel like it happened, but it was at the night before Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course.
You probably don't remember a shit.
You know, the night before Thanksgiving is kind of my family's little gem.
It's a special night.
It really is a special night.
I've never been when you were there. At least
I showed up, but it's always been like
At the very
11
end.
o'clock.
so I'd probably-
No, I feel like you've been there when it's been packed and stuff like that.
Shit.
Maybe
Probably
one
packed all the
one
damn
year.
time.
I think the first year we
Remember, because
went.
Nolan used to go.
Yeah.
It goes now. Shit, the place is packed.
I think that's our first year together we went.
That was the
It
first
was
time
really
we met Carla.
packed the first time we came.
Yeah. No, it typically is, but I think it kind of fizzles out because we typically get there like around, I don't know, like
6,
7 or something
7.
like that. Danielle.
I can't.
But
What can you do?
No,
You ever
I'm
tried
good.
vodka?
No, I'm good.
Vodka.
There's some honey down there. Tennessee honey.
No, no.
You want to just do
Hard
Fireball?
pass.
You want to just do Fireball?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
No more.
But
anyhow.
yeah, so I've got quite a few army friends around there. I got that one that's in Southfield, it's not very far from here.
Mm-hmm.
I've got obviously one in St. Clair Shores. I got my old squad leader. He lives up in towards Mount Pleasant area,
Uh-huh.
and then a couple that live in Indiana, Fort Wayne, and then a couple of buddies that live in South Dakota, which obviously is. I found out one of them just got married last weekend or 2 weekends ago. I found I was gonna go, and I realized it's a freaking 12-hour drive or 14-hour drive. No,
That's what I thought.
no,
Plymouth
it's
was
like
from.
it's like a no, it's a 30-hour drive from here to the west side of South Dakota, which is on the Montana border, basically.
It's a long fucking drive.
Yeah, that's why I didn't go to the wedding, because plane tickets were $800 a piece.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my pick of the week because we got started a little bit late and we're going a little bit past our time if we want to kind of cinch things together with the Bobcast.
Do you think Bob's thinking
Your
that
own
way?
Bobcast.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think Bob's thinking that way? Like,
No,
I'm gonna
I
cut
know
this
he's
short. So
He was like, hey, I did my due diligence. I showed up in the room and they fucked it up, and I'm gone.
So I mean, it is what it is, brother.
But yeah, my pick of the week for Well, I had a really funny pun earlier when I was going to the bathroom, but I can't remember to it.
As what does.
Yeah, of course. As you do, you're going to the bathroom, you're thinking about
Rocking
things.
a piss?
Yeah. But for the people that like to vape out there, which there are more than you would think.
Did anybody hear this?
Sure.
Did anyone have this pick?
No.
That was last week's pick.
I know, and I just purchased this. Oh, jeez. I know, I'm so sorry. And it was nowhere near Plymouth. But yeah, so I went and picked up a new flavor. I go into the store like a woman going to buy clothes, and I take some time. It's like I feel like I spend the amount of time inside the vape shop that I spend inside the liquor store. But they let you try and taste everything, and they're pure, so it's okay, and it's not going to hurt you. But yeah, so Cloud House, Dearborn, like I always say. But this flavor, this is by a company called Berry Milk Pie. There's only so much you can do in describing something like this that you actually just have to taste. But if you are into vapes and you're able to at least stop by in Dearborn, or if not, you can order this online. Again, the company's called Berry Milk Pie, and this flavor is a buttermilk pie topped with fresh strawberries.
Ooh.
And
say it again.
Buttermilk pie topped with fresh strawberries. Like put your finger out. Just a little dew on the lily pad. That's all you need. No, taste it. Yeah, you're able. That's what I'm saying. You can actually taste it. That's the way they.
No, hold on. Let me wipe the alcohol off my breath there first.
Oh, I'm just wiping that alcohol off your breath. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen before, but.
Okay.
Oh, that was seductive, Kevin.
Kevin, you can stop sucking on the finger.
Kevin, what is going on, Kevin? Oh my God!
It's just so good. Once you start, you can't stop.
No, it is. I don't know about that, but yeah, it's pretty delicious. So
it's intense.
Everyone taste real quick.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
The butter is
it's
pretty heavy.
I just can't picture
We'll do it later.
I just can't picture like
breathing it in.
Yeah, like smoking that type of stuff.
Well, the cool thing is like, so I have 3 of the heads, and I just switch them out. You know, the different flavors. I keep them in there, so if I get sick of something one night, or just like if you.
So you put the fluid down here, you take this in and out, and then just replace this whole thing.
Yeah. So this whole thing.
Oh, that's that nice one that you were talking about too.
This whole thing screws off. Bob ended up going out purchasing one. I talked to a couple other people that went there and got one. I actually really like Bob's. So
what is the actual benefit of vaping?
Well, it's like a vegetable glycerin, and it has flavoring in it, like natural flavorings. Yeah. So, like in here, they also, and you can decide how much, like the milligrams you want. Obviously you don't have to have any. You can just have nothing, and you can just do it for the oral fixation aspect of it, or the flavors. Okay. Like Cory got me on board with the key lime pie. But the lowest level of nicotine, like for me, like every now and then, like cigar or like a hookah. But this is absolutely the lowest you can go, and this is 3 milligrams. Okay. So if you're not a smoker, if you hit it a couple times, you'll feel it. You'll get a little bit of a head rush, and that's it. Cory's done it before. I heard about that. Yeah, we'll have a couple drinks. Burn wires. Oh no, that's when your coil goes, and that's not good at all.
No, it's pretty bad.
We heard.
Yeah. But this is good. This is really good. So it's you swap out the flavor, and they have everything you can possibly think of, like Bob has.
Like how much is that right there?
This one right here runs about $20.
How long does it last?
Oh, a long time. I've been doing it for all week, and it's about half. Okay. Yeah, so it's just depending on how much, like the level you put it at or whatever, but very heavy on the butter. So it's initially it's delicious, but it's like one of those things like having like a sweet dessert. Like it's like, oh, well, here's a sweet dessert. Wow, this is fantastic. Here's 17 more. No, I just want one little tiny one.
And that's nice. You can switch up the heads and put in different flavors and stuff just for that reason alone.
So I'll go back and forth. Like I have like one that tastes like a green apple Jolly Rancher. I have one that tastes like key lime pie with like a graham cracker crust, which is delicious. Cory got me onto that one. This one, I have one that's like a blue raspberry slushy. So I go back and forth,
Okay.
and it's the sours and sweets, and
Yeah.
and it works out. But yeah, so this company is Buttermilk Pie. If you do vape, look
Okay.
into it.
So with this right here, the actual vapor, that's got some damn weight to it. Good lord, it's got a good 5 pound weight to it or something.
Yeah, close. Yeah, it's probably about 2.5 maybe.
Like how much does this run right here?
So the actual unit itself is going to be probably about over 100. If you go to Cloud House and tell them that
No neck.
you're sent from the Schnozzcast, they're gonna hook you up.
Okay.
See Issa.
That's the owner, right?
I believe,
Manager or whatever?
Yeah, I believe he runs the store.
Yeah.
He's
And then these things, you buy these separately, the head tops. So
yeah, the heads for it. So basically, this is just the power source in the bottom. You
Yeah.
can switch up, how much you're going to
Chargeable,
drag
all
in
that
and
stuff.
everything. And especially like from Bob, it is. Well, it's got 2 giant lithium batteries in it. It can charge.
How long does the charge last for?
It can do it. Oh yeah, it can wirelessly charge. You can charge it like a cell phone.
Oh sweet, it's got all that technology. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but anyhow, so that was my pick of the week. Corey, you got anything else?
Hold on, I think we need to put a rule there. Next week you cannot have any vaping product as your pick of the week. That's 3 weeks in a row.
I'll agree to that. Seems kind of fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be very fair.
Danielle, you got a pick of the week?
Sleep.
I'm a little tired.
There was a song called Lullaby and Goodnight that I heard. It was so amazing.
Don't sing it because I'll fall asleep.
Well,
Cast this week.
luckily we'll still have a lot for next cast,
Yeah.
because we barely even touched on all the topics that.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I
absolutely.
researched.
I haven't given a single Army story yet, really.
This is true. So next weekend when Bob's still gone and out of town.
Where's he going next weekend?
Where's he going?
Maryland.
Oh,
Right.
Maryland.
Back to Maryland?
Is he? I just always think Maryland.
I wonder what he could be doing in Maryland.
Eating crab.
He's eating something.
I
Yeah.
hope it's not crabs.
But on that note, does anybody else have anything for the cast for tonight? Because as you know, our typical aftercast place is Uncle Ray's Official. And
I like how we added official to that.
it has to be.
I had to have
That's-
done
that's-
that.
Jason Thomas
Yeah, that's what I saw.
is extremely paranoid that other people are going to attempt to grab his business. So we've officially talked Danielle to sleep.
Yeah. Very effectively.
It's not you guys.
We're gonna wrap this shortened cast up, and we're gonna go to Uncle Ray's Official, and we're gonna hopefully sew it together with Bob's cast with Dr. Phil Anton. But just want to say, Cory, so if people maybe are first time in the live, or they're seeing this later on their lunch break, where can they really get our content? I mean, this is not what we do.
Well, no, you can get the audio content just about any streaming platform you use, whether it be iTunes, Podbean, Spotify,
How do we keep
Podcoin.
Thank you.
So, real quick, Podcoin, you earn basically tokens, or coins, if you will, for the amount of minutes you listen to a podcast. And you can redeem those for gift certificates and things of that nature on the app.
That seems fantastic. So you're going to get paid
You get paid to listen to the Schnozzcast.
to listen to
Any
us.
podcast.
Yes.
To listen to us.
That's right.
So,
You get paid if you're going to listen anyways.
So yeah, any streaming service you can find us on. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on YouTube, and also on Facebook.
Like, subscribe. We're really we want to drive this
Where are
home.
we at right now with YouTube?
We want to. I haven't had a YouTube update, but maybe by next week we can get one.
Yeah, I can get an update for you guys.
We'll get an update for YouTube by next week. But to give you guys an idea real quick before we go, we weren't really hammering the Instagram. That was my own fault. I was in charge of it. I've never had Instagram. We went from 2 weeks ago having 40 followers to now having about 800.
Whoa, look at you go.
We're
And I'm not even on Instagram.
We had some.
Download it.
It was actually surprising to me. We had some influencer check out one of our videos.
Ooh.
which has the little verification check next to him on Instagram. Nobody knows who it is, but apparently it's some actor in India, I think. But
India's got a lot of people in it. It's got like billions of people.
Well, he had 160,000 followers. So
that can do some good.
Checking out the Schnozzcast.
We'll continue that later.
So we're going to wrap this episode up and put a bow on it, and hopefully we're going to tie it together with Bob's, and there'll be a smooth transition, give him something to play around with. And I personally can't wait to hear
I know.
the creators talk with each other, because
right.
I think that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I agree.
So Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, Mixcloud, Spotify, Google Play Music, YouTube, Instagram, anything you can think of for audio content, check us out.
We're there.
Schnozzcast. Kevin, Cory, Danielle, we'll see you guys later. Come see us at Uncle Ray's sometime.
All right.
Good night.
Have a
Good
good night.
night, Detroit.